Okay, I was not planning on doing a video about this, but then I saw a bunch of SJW morons already starting with the narrative that this movie is going to trigger all the men. So, I was like, you know what? Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna be doing Ghostbusters 2016 all over again, so let's just do it. Why not? Let's just go ahead and do, basically, Pirates of the Caribbean is going to be turning into Captain Marvel 2.0. Just based on the evidence alone already, the SJWs are getting worked up into a frenzy. So, Pirates of the Caribbean movie casts Margot Robbie, taps Birds of Prey writer. Now, I am a huge fan of Margot Robbie. She is probably one of my favorite actresses that is working today. So from that standpoint, I'm actually kind of interested to see what they're going to be doing with this Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and I'm excited to see what they do. But, name one example in the past, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years, 5 years, let's just go with 5 years, where they've taken an already established franchise and rebooted it with a female lead that did well and was successful. I'd love to hear it. I would love to hear it, because I can't think of any off the top of my head. Because every single time that they release one of these franchises with a reboot and a female lead and all of that type of stuff, it never works out, and it's always a flop. It always does terribly. The audiences hate it, and that is because they are always trying to push some sort of super duper feminist narrative with it that nobody just cares to listen to when they go to the theaters, unless you are one of these idiotic SJWs. And that is what I fear is going to be happening with Pirates of the Caribbean, with this new movie that's going to be coming out with Margot Robbie. So, basically, that is pretty much all that we know as far as information goes about it at this point. Margot Robbie is going to be starring in it. And honestly, I'm just gonna say right now, I'm going to give it a chance. If it turns out that they actually learn from the mistakes of literally every other franchise that has been rebooted with a female lead cast, if they actually learn from those past mistakes and they actually decide, hey, you know what? If we want to actually do this right, let's do a female lead, but let's not just make her basically a quasi-man who is trying to show off to all the men that she is better than all of them and all that type of nonsense, because nobody wants to see that in their movies. If they actually take the time to develop this in the way of like an Alita Battle Angel movie, where they actually try to focus on creating a good character with good character development, and you know, show what happens when you have a female pirate and all that type of stuff, then I'm totally down with that. If they go that route, then sure, I'll give it a chance. I will give it a chance. It all just depends on how they handle this. They can either go in the way of Captain Marvel, or they can go in the way of like Wonder Woman, because those are two vastly different situations where you have similar movies, but they were both handled in completely different ways, and one of them is loved by audiences, and one of them is at best super controversial among audiences. So, like I said, the SJWs are already getting on the train, the hype train for this movie. So little bitch boy Max here says,
imagine a Margot Robbie lead movie alongside a Karen Gillan lead movie. Yes, yes, yes. Trigger the men who can't stand strong female leads.
I'm telling you that these people are absolute morons. They're so stupid. Their skulls are just insanely thick, with nothing but little walnut brains in the very middle of them, if they even have those still functioning properly. These people do not realize, they just can't seem to grasp the fact that strong female leads are not what we have issues with. This has been something that I have repeated many times in the past, and I just cited one of the examples right now. I was talking about Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a movie that is pretty much loved across the board, and that movie has a strong female lead. You know, we can go back to classic movies that came out years and years ago, like Alien. Alien had Ripley, and she is a strong female lead, and people love Ripley. So this narrative that men can't stand strong female leads is absolute bullshit, and it is not the truth. We hate movies like Captain Marvel. We hate movies like Ghostbusters 2016 because they're pushing some sort of third wave feminism narrative that people just do not want to have in their movies. We don't need to be beat upside the head and tried to be forced into thinking that women can be just like men in every way possible, because that is absolutely not true. Women have strengths, men have strengths, we have different strengths than each other, and that is what makes us a great pairing, and that is what makes men complement women, and that is what makes women complement men. But nobody wants to seem to focus on that in today's day and age with everything going on with how crazy feminism has gotten. And so we get crap like Ghostbusters 2016, we get crap like Captain Marvel, and even the difference between Harley Quinn, which obviously was played by Margot Robbie, in Suicide Squad, and Harley Quinn in Birds of Prey is vastly different. People found the Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad iconic. That was one of the most popular cosplays during Comic-Cons across the nation during 2016, 2017. Nobody cares about Harley Quinn in Birds of Prey. Nobody cares about her outfit in Birds of Prey because it's garbage and it just is not memorable. It isn't iconic. So, with that being said, it is Margot Robbie, so I'm at least interested to see what they do with it from that perspective, because I am a big fan of Margot Robbie. She is, like I said, one of my favorite actresses that's working today, along with Karen Gillan. Karen Gillan, I think Karen Gillan is a fantastic person, and I love a lot of the things that she has done, and I can't wait to see where she goes with her career moving forward. So I don't know exactly what they're trying to do here already, these SJW weirdos. They're trying to already create the narrative that men are going to hate this movie simply because it has a strong female lead, and that is absolutely not the case at all. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about a Margot Robbie lead in a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. By the way, this is not going to be it's not going to be a spin-off, it sounds like, or anything. So Margot Robbie is cast as the new lead in a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie, which will be written by Birds of Prey, Christina Hodson. I have to say that kind of is a little bit alarming too, that they're going to be bringing the Birds of Prey writer onto Pirates of the Caribbean. Not sure how I feel about that, but debuting in 2003, the Pirates of the Caribbean film franchise ranks as one of the most lucrative properties under Disney's belt. So as a result, Disney's looking for ways to revitalize the Pirates of the Caribbean brand so it can return to a status as one of the studio's many reliable cash cows. And they can totally pull that off in a successful way if they don't go the way of some of these movies like Captain Marvel and Ghostbusters 2016 and all those types of movies. It just depends on how they execute this movie. There's another Pirates movie on the way, and it'll serve as a Birds of Prey reunion. So, let's see. Yeah, because this is going to be a separate one than the actual, like, Pirates of the Caribbean reboot that they're currently working on, which I think is going to be some sort of soft reboot of the franchise. It doesn't sound like this is that. This is going to be a completely separate Pirates of the Caribbean movie story thing, which I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that direction. It just depends on how they execute this movie. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new around here, consider subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. And I will talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.